What's going on, everyone? My name is Brandon Hainline. Now today we're going to be discussing everything you need to know about charging your all-new Jeep Wrangler 4xe plug-in hybrid.
Now I will have to say that this video is a little longer than normal for me, but if you're looking to purchase an all-new Jeep Wrangler 4xe or already own one, you must watch all the way to the end. There is so much great information about charging up this new electric Jeep Wrangler. Now we're going to be talking about a lot of different things today, such as what type of level 2 chargers you should buy, what actually happens when you forget to unplug the charger and you're trying to leave, how much does this thing cost every month to charge it up, level 1 and level 2 charging, regenerative braking, indicator lights on the dash, and much more. All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. Now we'll have to say, owning this vehicle for over 4 months, I have found lots of tips and tricks on charging this Jeep Wrangler 4xe. And I will tell you, there's a lot of information that the internet and videos on YouTube are just not telling you.
All right, your all-new electric Jeep does come with a level 1 charger. It's back here in the back. I'm going to open this up back here, and there's this nice soft case. And it does have this e-hybrid thing here. I wish it said 4xe on it. That would be really nice. But we're going to go ahead and open this up. As you can see here, nice Jeep charger. This is a J1772 charger. It says Jeep on it. Looks really nice there. And also we have a 110 outlet. This just goes in any real regular household outlet.
Now the first obvious thing here is right on the driver's side. This is the charging port. It's a little push button here. It does have a cap there. And as you can see, it is raining. And the first thing I want you to know is it is okay to charge while it's raining.
First thing we're going to do is go ahead and plug this in right here. As you can see, there's a few lights here on this charger, and it should go to a solid green. There's that solid green. Now we can plug it in. Now there's a little Easter egg hidden right there, the little Jeep Willis climbing up that mountain there. And we're going to remove this here, and we're going to go ahead and plug this charger in. Now it's just going to push in. You're going to hear it snap, and you're going to see your indicators right here. Now these little indicators mean blue is going to mean it is on a charging schedule. Green blinking means that it is charging. Green solid means it's completely charged. And red means there is an error. We're going to see all those here in just a minute. As you can see here, this is blinking green. It's also an indicator here in the dash that shows you a charging status. Now there's a lot of things that this does, and we're going to go over all those here in a few minutes. But as you can see here, this one is blinking. There's actually 5 LEDs in here, and each LED represents 20% of charge, okay? So right now, this is between 0 and 20%. If this was solid, then that would mean that it's at least 20% charged. This wouldn't be blinking, and it was going to be between 20 and 40% charged. Now, as you can see here, level 1 charging is going to take about 13 hours and 46 minutes to charge up. That is a pretty long time, so that's why getting a level 2 charger is going to be important, and we'll go over that here in just a little bit. Now, let's say your power goes out while the Jeep is charging. What actually happens? We're going to unplug it here, all right? And we can look and see on the Jeep that there are 2 outside lights are flashing. You see, we're going to call those goal posts maybe. The 2 outside lights are flashing. That means that there is an error. Check this out right here. Issue detected, check external charging station. Let's say your power comes back on and you've never unplugged it. What actually happens? We still have the error, okay? But if you look and see, bam, it's actually charging now, okay? Now, once the power is restored, the Jeep will keep charging, and I think that is a great thing that a lot of people probably don't realize.
I have a level 2 charger that is mounted on the wall. I did get this from Amazon, and it was installed by a licensed electrician. Going to be somewhere in the $1,000 range. This is going to get us a lot quicker charge.
Now, if you take a look at the difference between level 1 and level 2 chargers, you can see the wire on that level 2 charger is about twice as thick as that level 1. So let's plug this level 2 in and see what kind of juice we got. All right, the same thing goes here, the blinking lights. We have a green blinking light, which means we are charging. We have the 1 blinking light. Now let's see how long it's going to take to charge it with a level 2. All right, now that's a lot better, 2 hours and 23 minutes. Now that is definitely convenient. When we go to the store or anything, we come back, we can plug in and get charged up before we're off to the next adventure. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the hybrid pages. So if you click your apps button there, scroll over to the last page, you're going to see it says hybrid electric. This is your hybrid pages. I'm going to go ahead and drag that down to the bottom there. Select that. As you can see here, there are 4 different tabs to choose from. First one is the power flow. It's basically going to show you, I'm going to put it in drive there. As you can see, we're using a little bit of battery right here, but when we start to move forward, you'll see that this shows you the power flow. It's pretty cool right there. And if you got it in 4-wheel drive, it'll actually show all 4 wheels. The driving history shows your driving history for the past 2 weeks. The green, okay, is what you've driven in electric, and the yellow or orange is what you've driven in gas. Now this is what we want to talk about here, the charging schedule. Now guys, I will have to say the charging schedule can fool you, so be careful. I am not a fan of the charging schedule, but if you do have cheaper rates at night than you do during the day, you definitely want to take advantage of using this charging schedule. Now there is a tip that you need to know about this charging schedule, so let's go over that. All right, now let's keep in mind here, okay, the charging schedule. If we have the charging schedule enabled, okay, and we're going to select the days, we're going to select at 10 o'clock, okay, and it's going to charge until it's full. Right here, you can see charging until full. All right, keep in mind, if you have this enabled, let me show you what happens when you plug in the charger. Let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and turn the Jeep off. We're coming out here and we're going to plug this in. This happened to me just today. It's extremely frustrating because this thing was on the charger for about 4 hours, and I come out and guess what? It's not charged up. Look at this light here. This is blinking different, okay? Can you see this? It's blinking sequential, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is totally different than what we had earlier. So what this means is that it is on a charging schedule. You see this is blue. Remember, the blue is on a charging schedule. Now if you can also see right here on the screen, it says charge now or next charge starts until 10 o'clock. Well, guess what? You're outside the vehicle when you actually plugged it in. So you'll never see this on the screen unless you remember it and hit this button where it says yes, all right? Now there is a trick around this. If you do have the charging schedule enabled, you're gonna plug in, unplug, and plug back in. That is within 10 seconds, okay? You have to do that within 10 seconds. And what's gonna happen here is you can see our charger is now charging, okay? Even though the schedule is still on, we did a little workaround here by plugging and unplugging. It's called a double plug. Plug that in and it will start charging. All right, now moving down one is the e-save. I'm gonna select that there, and you can see there are 2 different things that we can select here. Now if you take a look over here on the driver's side, there are 3 different options. We have hybrid, electric, and e-save. Now when we select this e-save, okay, you can hear the engine just started up. What's happening is it is trying to save the battery or is trying to charge the battery, whichever one you selected. So if we wanted to save the battery, okay, whatever percentage that we're at 3%, okay, this 3% is going to stay at 3%. But if we were to hit charge battery, okay, then actually it's going to use more energy, okay, to actually charge the battery. We're going to charge up to 95%. The engine will actually charge the battery all the way up to 95%. I do not recommend this though. This is the worst efficient mode you can actually be in. It uses more gasoline, okay, to actually charge the battery. So you're really wasting a lot of gas. Now I would only do this in case of emergency, or if you just really had to, or if you're just testing it out. Now I will have to say I have used the battery save button whenever maybe I'm going out to a trail. I went out to the drag strip one time and I actually used that battery save button to actually keep it charged up so I could use the battery. This is something else you may want to know when charging the Jeep, okay? So we've got the Jeep on the charger. As you can see, it is charging, it's blinking. But if we open the hood, okay, keep this in mind. If we open the hood, okay, it actually stops charging. I'll show you. As you can see there, the blinking light is completely gone. All right. No lights on the dash, no light here. So if you're out tinkering with the Jeep, you've got the hood open, all right, and you're trying to work on things underneath the hood, you're trying to install your latest accessory, keep in mind that it will not charge. As you can see here, hood open, unable to charge battery or condition the battery. All right, now as you can see here, all 5 lights are blinking when I tried to charge it with the hood up, all right? All 5 lights. That means that there is an error, okay? It means there's an error. All right, so in here, you're gonna see, all right, hood open, and it's gonna be blue and red. It's gonna switch through all 3. Green, blue, red, or red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue. It means it's unable to charge. Let's take a look at some of the pricing of the level 2 chargers. All right, now the first page on Amazon, when you search level 2 chargers, we got 4 different options here. The first 2 are about the same, 40 amp chargers. Now keep this in mind, guys, that the Jeep Wrangler 4xe can only charge at a maximum of 32 amps. No matter how big of a charger you have, if you had an 80 amp charger, they sell them, 80 amp charger, the Jeep Wrangler 4xe will only charge at a maximum of 32 amps, which is the quickest time you can get is 2 hours and 10 minutes or 19 minutes to charge up the battery, okay? Now take a look at this third one here. You see the difference? It's 3 times cheaper than the other ones. Why is that? It's because it is a 16 amp charger. Now keep in mind, this is going to charge the 4xe around 5 hours, okay? A full charge in around 5 hours. All right, so keep that in mind. Every one of these has a 25-foot cable. Beware, if you find one that's cheaper, it's probably because it has a shorter cable, a 15-foot cable. Keep this in mind. It is a pain in the butt to have a 15-foot cable. Get as long as a cable as you can. 25 foot's great. Now let's take a look at the official Jeep Level 2 charger. Now there's not really nothing special about this. It does have a 25-foot cable and it does charge at 32 amps at the 240 volts like everything else. So that charges the Jeep up in around 2 hours and 20 minutes. Nothing special here. This does not even have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi capabilities. This is pretty much a plug and go. No perks or nothing special about this one, okay? I did find out the price is around $670 for this. I'm not sure why it's not showing here on Amazon, but $670 for this one here. There's a lot better options available out there. Now, speaking of electricity, I'm going to show you exactly how much this vehicle uses to actually charge the battery. Now, remember me saying that I had a level 2 charger. I did buy this from Amazon. I'll put a link down below in the description to show you the charger that I'm using here. Let's go ahead and plug that in. Now, the house had about 640 watts that it was running on. Now that we've got it plugged in, it's going to ramp up to somewhere around 8,000. Now, that is 7,400 watts that it is using just to charge the battery. Now, let's do some simple math here. We've got 7,400 watts or 7.4 kilowatts times the rate they're charging me here in Statesville, which is 12.5 cents per kilowatt, equals 92.5 cents for 1 hour of charge. Now, like we talked about earlier, it's going to take about 2 hours to completely charge the battery up. So that means it's around $1.85 to charge up this electric Jeep. Now, Jeep has come up with a great safety feature on this charging dock here. If you do forget to disconnect the charger, the vehicle will not come out of park. So if you find yourself not being able to put the vehicle in driver reverse, just remember to disconnect your charger. So if we take a look at the very top here, we have 335 miles, 335.6 miles of electric only, which is 67% of the time this vehicle has been running with just electricity. Now, if you take a step down here, 164 miles driven with the engine running. So that is going to be around 33%. Next down is the fuel mileage itself, which is 34.5 miles to the gallon, which I think is pretty strong, but I do think it could actually be better. Now, next we're going to talk about the Max Regeneration button. And first of all, you need to know that this is a defaulted off. So you have to press this every time you start the vehicle and want to go. What the Max Regeneration does is, first of all, when you turn it on, it says it right there in the instrument cluster, Max Regeneration on. It actually takes the weight of the vehicle and uses the electric motors to slow the vehicle down. So I'm going to show you here in the hybrid pages a little more of how this can benefit charging the battery. So right now I am in hybrid mode. I'm going to switch over to electric mode. All right, and we're going to start off here. The regen is not on. Max Regen is not on. I'm going to get up to right around 30 miles an hour. We're going to hit 30 miles an hour, and we're going to let off the gas. I'm off the gas, as you can see here, -3 kilowatts. All right, this is with the Max Regen off. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to turn Max Regen on, and watch this. Boom, already it's just starting to
slow the vehicle down almost to a stop here. But once it gets to, I think it's 3 miles an hour, it stops doing that. All right, I want to get back up to that 30 miles an hour again. All right, 27, 28, all right, 30 again. Let's see how much this goes down now. Look here, negative 25 kilowatts. And you can just feel the weight of the vehicle and the electric motor just slowing the vehicle down drastically. And as you can see right there, it is. It's at, I think it's 3 or 4 miles an hour now. It's starting to roll. But this is an awesome feature for the 4xe. I really like this. Now here in a minute, we're gonna head up to one of the charging stations and see how easy this is to get charged up. Now let's take a quick look here at CarPlay, and that gives us a new feature here. If you swipe over, if you have the ChargePoint or PlugShare app, you can find out where the nearest charging station is at. Now if we hit the little navigation button here, it's going to pop up and show us that we don't have any stations, which is, I don't think that's right. Okay, so here we go. As you can see here, we have Crossroads Shopping Center, Chademio, and CCS charging. Now this does not say that we have J1772 charging, so let's find out. Let's pull over here to this this charging station and see what we got here. All right, as I'm pulling into this charging station, I can see a couple of vehicles are charging, or maybe they're not actually. Nope, we just got a bunch of people just sitting here. Wow. Oh no, he is charged in the front. We're going to take a look at that. All right, so I want to find out if we can charge here at this station. We're going to pull over here into this. No parking except while charging. All right. Now, as you can see, the Jeep Wrangler here takes the J1772 charger, but this charging station only has the CCS combo. This charger will not fit the Jeep Wrangler Hybrid. As you can see, this vehicle here is plugged into the front. Come back here to the CarPlay and go to the PlugShare app. We can see here that we have that's where we just were, the Crossroads Shopping Center that has the Chademio, whatever how you say it, and the CCS charging. But right here is Inglesmart with a J1772. That's what we need right there, and it's going to show you exactly how to get there. We're going to go there and see how easy it is to charge up. I can already see it right up here. Now check that out. It is right there. There's a couple green posts. It gives us the sign that there is a charging station right here. And now when we come to the grocery store, we can charge up our Jeep Wrangler. Now here we are at a charging station that does have a J1772 charger. Now you can see here there is no credit card swipe or anything like that. So this one is actually free. And the PlugShare app or the ChargePoint app will actually tell you if you got to pay. So this is just your standard plug, and you're gonna plug it in right here, and let's see if we get the green lights. All right, we're blinking green here. We're blinking up here. All right, so this one blinking light means that we have somewhere between 0 and 20%. Guys, this is an awesome vehicle. It's so versatile and it looks great, and you can get, you know, over 30 miles to the gallon. If you didn't hear back in one of my other videos, over 700 miles to the tank of gas. Because if you charge in the morning and you're able to charge at work or in the afternoon, wherever you're at, guys, you can go a long ways. There's some people that's getting over 80 miles to the gallon on their Jeep Wrangler 4xe. Guys, if you know anyone that is looking to purchase a Jeep 4xe, make sure that you send them this video and give it a huge thumbs up. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. And like I always said, I hope you're smarter now than you were when you started this video, guys. Have a great day.